Morning, Draculosity. How you doing today? That's the easiest way to do it. If you just hit the square button or on Xbox, the X button twice, you just get right up there. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Mighty kind of you. We are doing Final Fantasy 7 times 3 challenge on Xbox One. The other rules that we're doing is no healing items, no damaging items in combat, no running away from random battles, and I figured since sadness makes the game so much easier that we would ban sadness until it became absolutely 100% necessary. So when I was a kid playing this game, I spent hours trying to do the jump in Midgar with the swinging bar. Yeah, you know what? I did that on the times 3 setting. It took me about 7 tries to get it right. It also took me 7 tries to get the button in the Sector 5, Mako reactor. It took me 7 tries to get that on times 3 setting to press it at the same time as everybody else. Yeah, source farming is a very long process. One that is highly rewarding, but also can make the game, just a little too easy. Sources and hero drinks are off limits on this run that I'm doing right now. Solo Cloud on Emerald Weapon, nice. This is going to be our Friday night series, something we're doing every Friday night, and we're going to end up putting it on YouTube too, so if you want to go back on YouTube and catch up on the episodes, you're more than welcome to. Or, of course, you can always watch the VOD on here. Yeah, I get it. Emerald was one of the ones that I struggled with too when I was a kid. Yeah, that was one of the things that I never understood as a kid was source farming. I understood what sources were. I mean, I knew about them because you pick up a few random ones through the game, but I didn't know about doing the trick to farm them. So I think I managed to beat Emerald out of sheer luck as level 99, a party of level 99 with several final attack revives. And don't even get me started on Ruby Weapon. Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry you had a hard time with that. Everybody's favorite song. The parade music. Good thing we're almost done with this section. Contacted Death Unite just for help, and he said I was hitting the wrong button when placing them in the stables, and I told him I wasn't. When you put a chocobo in the stable, it makes the sleeping noise it did, but when the screen came back, the chocobo was still in the bin. Yeah, you got me on that one. I've never ran into that glitch, and I've never even heard of that glitch. And if Death Unites us doesn't know anything about it and can't help you, I mean, I think you're about poop out of luck on it. He seems to be the authority on most things Final Fantasy VII related. I myself, I don't know as much as I probably should for somebody who's played this game pretty much annually for 21 years. I am totally hyped for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I love everything that I saw about it. It really washed away a lot of the doubts that I had about it being a good game. The only problem I've got with it now is the fact that it's episodic content, and it's seriously one of the things I can get over. Because I think we're going to get a really good game that we can all enjoy. How about you? You getting hyped for it? Oh yeah, no, I agree. I think that they did a hell of a job with her. I think they stayed classy and stayed as close to true as you really could in the modern age when it comes to how you make your women look in a video game. I mean, I think they did to her the same exact thing that they did to Lara Croft in the newer Tomb Raider games. She's not exactly what you expect, but she's definitely not the 90s style that is totally sexist and ridiculous. Well, I mean, if Midgar is going to be essentially one part of the game, and it's going to be an entire section or disc all by itself, then I'm sorry, but I'm willing to put up with that, because that means that we're going to learn so much more about the Final Fantasy VII universe, and it's going to be that much more enjoyable. Sure, we're going to spend more money on it, but it's going to be worth it. Yeah, and I can live with that. I mean, if we're getting 2 discs and they're saying that each disc is going to be 40 hours, that's a lot of time to be spending on a video game. And typically, when companies that make RPGs quote you 40 hours, it's actually closer to 80 hours, because, you know, you slow it down and you go through and you find new and different ways of doing things and side quests. Oh, I doubt that it'll flop like 76. Yeah, I heard a lot of people were disappointed in that. It just really was underwhelming and bad. Took you forever to beat Red Dead, said 40 hours. Boy. See, I bought Red Dead and they lost me because the traveling was just so slow and they had no like really good fast travel system. I'm planning on doing a new threat run, but there was a couple of things that I wanted to do with the Xbox One version of Final Fantasy VII. And I figured we'd start off with the ×3 run, and then maybe the next time we do Final Fantasy VII, we'll do either the new threat or the Final Mix mod. Final Mix is another one of those ones that's high up on my list of things that I want to do. No, I don't think that's quite high enough to get the, Hey, Draculosity. Thank you for the follow and welcome as our new mischievous friend. Welcome to the crew, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, okay. The story behind my gamer tag, is this. For the longest time, I was Prophet 101. It was just something that I picked up, from random stuff like calling the outcome of a baseball game or something like that. So that's how I picked up the name Prophet, and I added the 101 just for poops and laughs. And then when I went to start playing Final Fantasy 11 online, I put the name Prophet in, and it was already taken. So I was like, well, I want to stick with Prophet, but what can I add to it? And my buddy at the time who was playing Final Fantasy 11, he's like, add Loki to it, because you're always a smart aleck and you like to make fun and crack jokes and pull jokes on people. So Loki, the trickster god, you'd fit right in with that. So I did that, and it's been Prophet Loki 309 for 13 years now. It just kind of stuck. And I go by Prophet or Loki. It's just how I came across the name. Alright, so next fight is Genova. Okay. So, I think the plan is for tonight, we're going to make it to Costa del Sol. And I think we'll call it an evening there. So we still got some time to go, and who knows how well this Genova is going to treat me. I have to wake up for drill in roughly 2 hours, but I got pink eye for my son. They're making me drive 2 hours just to release me and make me drive 2 hours back home all over some paperwork. Yeah, man. I almost signed up for military service, and after, because when I was going to sign up when I turned 18, it was back in 2003, right when the Operation Iraqi Freedom started, so it's probably a good thing that I didn't, but also at the same time, I could have very well benefited from having that service. And I've heard stories, and I've had friends who, right out of high school, went into the military, and I've heard about how hard it is to do anything, and even when it's something that can wait, it has to be done, the next day or that evening, and it can be ridiculous, but, I mean, it is what it is, and, by the way, thank you for your service. It's greatly appreciated that people like you are brave enough to be in any facet of our military in this day and age. We haven't used you yet, Yuffie. You get in here. I understand. I mean, my brother was exactly the same way. He did a full 8 and was honorably discharged after, like, right at the end. He he was in Fort Benning, and he did some time in Alaska as well. He ended up, I think, making a drill sergeant of some sorts. He was a jump master down in Fort Bennings, and before that, when he was actually in active overseas duty, he was in the Iraq War and served some time in Afghanistan as well. But he was close to an IED, and luckily he wasn't injured in the sense that he didn't, take a lot of bodily harm, but it did something to his eardrums to where he's got a hearing deficit, and when he's in a room that has a lot of loud noises, his auditory process is just like pretty much shut down, and he just kind of stands there like a ghost. So, but other than that, I mean, he's out. He's on disability, but he's making a living. He's doing what he wants to do and making the best of it. Okay, who do Well, hopefully it's not that bad of a drive, and you know, you can get it all taken care of and not have to worry about it. I mean, unfortunately, you are in the situation that you're in, and you have to kind of put up with that, but I mean, yeah, that's the bad part about pink eye. It is itchy, it is uncomfortable, and you can't touch it because anything you touch after that is going to get it. Alright. We're ready for this. And a third all materia. I think we made some pretty good progress tonight to be getting to the Costa del Sol right now. Oh god, they're murdering me. There we go. Much better. There we go. I think we should be ready to fight Genova. Let's see here. Wind slash double. What does she have equipped from Interior? Oof. I think we'll leave her as is. I'd rather have the materia slots. Oh, come on. We're so close. Alright, screw it. I'll just use grenade bomb. Alright. Here we go. Genova time. Okay. Alright, that's Genova down. Not a bad fight at all. GG indeed, Cons. GG indeed. You know what? This is the first time we actually got to use you, but yeah, you know what? You did pretty good. Got a couple of summons out, did some damage. Limit break, yeah, did pretty good. But when you, later in the game steal my materia, you and I are going to have to talk about that. Ironic, I used the two people that are actually in chat as, my fellow party members. I should say Shathal did. One of the funniest parts of the game is right here. Now take a look in the upper right hand corner where the two guys in the white sailor suits and the guy in the red suit is. Keep watching. Just wait for it as the helicopter starts to land. And the red guy gets just shot off of the helipad. That's awesome. One of the funniest things. This game's got some of those subtle slapstick style humors that you just don't get in video games anymore. So yeah, once we are done here, getting in here, we're gonna do this section of the everything, story quest, and then we'll hit the end. After that, we'll save before we get on the road from here, and we will be calling it a run for, excuse me, for this stream. I didn't have an opportunity to. I had to go pick up the kids. I watched a little bit of it. I popped in when they were going over the trust system, so I know a little bit more about the trust system and how it works. I tried to catch what you guys were saying and what you guys were updating, but I didn't have the opportunity to. New mount, new glam. Did you post pictures of both of those? Okay, got everything I need there. Better pick up some softs, just in case. A robo frog you can ride, and the frog suit. Huh? You mean I can have a robot frog? I'm not opposed to that, I will say. Slightly intriguing. Ooh, sorry, excuse me. Are they bringing the Purgonurgos into the game? Is that what the next beast tribe is going to be, like the Namazu? Well, the Purgonurgos, I guess, are already in the game. They were in that dungeon that you had to do for Matoya. Beast tribes are pixies, Numo, and dwarves. Huh. Oh, it's not like it's a mechanized robot frog. I thought it was a animatronic robot frog. I'd have been much happier with the animatronic robot frog. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. That kind of looks familiar. Is that the area that Alphino crash landed in? Okay, then no, I don't. It looks familiar, but I don't know. Thing in the distance is the tease for the Eden raid. Oh. Oh. Alright, that's kind of cool. So, well, that's going to bring us to our closing point for, or our stopping point for this week. If you use Eden in 8, it's the top of this. Oh! Well, I haven't even got to Eden yet in 8. I'll probably get to Eden here fairly soon because we're almost done with Disc 3. So, we got a lot of work to do next week, but I think we'll be finishing up the Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play next week. And possibly starting on 10. I'm not sure. I'm kind of trying to wait and see what's going on. Well, if I do 9, I'd have to do it off Xbox. And I'm kind of waiting because we got a Steam sale right around the corner. And I want to see what Final Fantasies go on sale because the great thing about 9 on PC is they have a randomizer for it. And I'd like to play the randomizer for 9. And I think that would be a really cool idea to do for the stream and be a really interesting experience to dive back into 9 but randomized. So I'm kind of waiting on that. Plus, the games I'm really looking to pick up I should say, Final Fantasy VI, Nier Automata. I can't pronounce that. But Sia said she wanted to see Nier on here, so, and Sushi and you both have stated that you were highly interested in Automata. Whatever. We'll figure it out. So we're looking at Nier, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IX, and I'm gonna see what all I can get fairly cheap, but I've got a set limit that I can get to for games for the stream, but hopefully I can find some good deals and get several things that'll be good for the stream. So, but yeah, no, that's why I don't really want to start anything right away this week when we finish up with 8. So I might try to stretch it out and worry about some other stuff like big bosses and stuff like that. The PC version can be buggy. I wonder if anybody's got a self-made patch that you could use for it. So, alright, well, we're going to say goodbye to the YouTube, and then we're going to wrap up the Twitch stream. So, everybody who's following on YouTube, I appreciate you for checking out the videos, and hopefully we will see you again in the future. Good night.